Hello, Maze.
Hello. You okay?
How are you?
I'm all right. Do you know what? I'm absolutely sick because we're trying to sort of sell our flat at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely sick of having to make the house look fitter than it is all the time.
Why are you saying this? This is a podcast that people will listen to.
I know, but it's the stress of tidying all the time, in a way that kind of makes it look lived in, but also not like a sort of
You live in it.
You what?
But not like you live in it.
But not like I live it. Exactly. Exactly. It needs to look lived in, but not like somebody's had cereal for all 3 meals of the day. It's crazy.
This is what happens when we don't record at my house. You don't get properly fed.
I know. I've basically realised what an absolute hole I live in. But I think I'm a hoarder, Suze. I don't think I realised this until now. But I just have stuff where I'm like, why do I have that just around?
Like
what? Do you know
what?
what I've got a tote bag full of hats just hung on the back of a door. Just a tote bag, a tote bag full of hats, just there. I mean, when have you ever seen me wear a hat? Why do I need a bag with 93 caps in it? It just doesn't need to happen.
I have seen you in a cap. It's when you can't bother to wash your hair.
Oh my God, I cannot believe you've exposed me like that. I thought it hid it well.
It's when you take it off and you can see you've slept.
Okay, right, let's get on with the show, I reckon.
You've got short hair, you can just wash it every day and then put in some leave-in conditioner.
Susie, we're starting the podcast now. Let's get through to the football, please.
Well, we had
if any shampoo brands would like to sponsor us. You know I love free things, I'll love the fact it's free shampoo, and apparently I'll bloody need it.
What shampoo do you use? Whatever ones that you've taken from a hotel.
No, I definitely don't have a clear sealable bag filled with all the hotel miniatures that I've collected over the last few months. I've definitely not got that.
Do you know that when Tom Allen stays in those hotels and they have tampons and things, he takes them and puts them in his...
What?
He takes them and puts them in his downstairs loo. So if a girl comes round and she comes on her period, he's got stuff. He calls it his menstruation station.
Oh my God.
Because he's got a lot of female friends.
Of course.
Isn't that the sweetest thing ever?
He's like the most progressive male friend you could ever have. That's amazing. That's so cool.
Isn't that sweet? It's such a cute thing.
Oh my God. The menstruation station.
Love it.
Gosh. That's sort of like a new aim for me, I think, is to go to Tom Allen's menstruation station.
Anything to not buy tampons, the tax on them.
Oh, no.
Right. We had an exciting week at Big Kick Towers. We went to meet Brighton captain Maisie Simons.
I can't believe it. I still can't believe it happened. How great was she?
Just chilling.
Just chilling with the captain.
Dario Vidosic walked past us. That was quite exciting. I nodded.
Tell them
like he was the queen. I went, ooh.
Suzi curtsied.
All right, guys. Can I just get through here? Because he was doing a Sky Sports thing.
Suzi curtsied to him, and I did that thing where you adopt somebody else's accent. Suzi curtsied, and I went, "Good day."
So I would say that we came across real normal.
Yeah, especially when we burst into the Neighbours theme tune. I think it was really, really fine.
I think he liked it. I imagine he's homesick sometimes. You know, it's good to.
Do you know, every time I go to that Brighton training facility, and I imagine this is the case of most of the facilities in the WSL, but blooming heck, it's posh there, isn't it?
It's well nice. We had a look in the vending machine, didn't we? Nothing like Maltesers, no Twixes.
Oh, a very... you wouldn't want to be at a Christmas party at the Brighton and Hove training facilities.
Slim pickings on the crisps.
Yeah. I would say if you live in the Lancing area, probably not the place to go knocking on Halloween for trick-or-treats.
By the way, if you were doing low-fat crisps, you could call them slim pickings.
Is that your offering for today?
That's the best I've got.
That's the best.
Don't you think? I think that's quite good, no?
I think it's probably best if we crack on with the pod, I reckon.
Anyway, we interviewed Maisie, not this Maisie, the other Maisie. She was absolutely brilliant. This Maisie was classic 5 out of 10. And
I did wash my hair though.
Did you? Oh, maybe it is the shampoo you're using. I'm kidding. Maisie had lovely smelling, nice clean hair. She was a nice clean girl. And we had a lovely time with Maisie Simons, who was absolutely brilliant. So up for a laugh. You can listen to the podcast in all the usual places, or you can watch the whole episode on YouTube because producer Charlie is amazing.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. She was very, very down to earth, a great captain and a real laugh, and a big fan of the film Bridesmaids, which is always a green flag for me.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We were doing some quoting of Bridesmaids, which is always welcome. Always welcome.
Fellow Brighton Hove Albion fans, I think next time you're at the Broadfield, if you just start shouting, "I'm ready to party,"
yeah,
she'll really love it.
Maybe don't shout, "Who takes a woman to Paris? Lesbians." Maybe don't shout that.
Yeah, don't do that. You will get done for a hate crime.
But yes, I mean, I would say the thing that was most moving for me about that interview was when I worked out that I could plausibly be her mum. What a shocker.
Yeah, well, this
was a girl
comes
in
out
my
of nowhere, doesn't it? When suddenly you're faced with somebody who, I think we collectively both think everyone's sort of no further than 5 years younger than us, and then there was
You're 9 years younger than me.
Well, yeah, but as that woman in blooming Hofbrau in Munich was ever so keen to point out, I clearly don't look it, do I? Main thing is I'm over it. But it becomes very apparent when you start chatting to people about music, doesn't it? We and you'll see this if you watch the or listen to the interview with Maisie Simons. We were naming what I would regard as quite current musicians to Maisie Simons.
You said the Strokes.
No, I didn't. She was literally reacting like I was going, "Do you like the Eagles? Do you like Bon Jovi?" I was coming out with things like Haim, and she was like, "What's that?" She didn't know Wet Leg.
No, she didn't know Wet Leg. She knew Ray.
I suddenly felt like a sort of Six Music dad desperately trying to relate to his son's friends at a house party.
Do you know, that is your vibe.
Oh, no.
Well, as I say, you can catch up with all of that now. It was such a pleasure to be once again invited to Brighton. They're always so good to us there. They were so good to us there. They are obviously an amazing team with a wonderful sort of management and staff there, and everyone just always makes us so welcome. And it was great to meet Maisie, and she was just
it was great to meet you too.
Brilliant.
Honestly, so nice to meet you too.
And it was also nice to meet the captain. Captain, my captain.
And they had a good weekend. Speaking of which, shall we dissect the scores, my lady?
Well, I think we ought to, my lady. It was a dramatic weekend in the WSL.
Very, very dramatic. Very, very dramatic. One game in particular. Let's get into it. Scores for WSL Week 8. Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th of November. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1. But should it have been? Oh.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll get into that. I'm almost certain we've had a couple of gooners get in touch.
Oh, the wolf's never far from the door.
Manchester United 0.
Is that a saying? I kind of just rolled it. Is that a thing?
I don't think so, no. But I just sort of let you.
The wolf's never been far from a door. I'm sure there's something there.
A wolf never been far from door. Isn't that when?
Yeah, I'll just anytime there's a lull in conversation, I'll just go, well, you know what I've always said, a wolf's never far from door.
Right, Manchester United 0, Aston Villa 1.
London City Lionesses 4, Tottenham Hotspur 2.
This was a great game. Liverpool 1, Brighton Hove Albion 1.
Do you think Bruce Forsyth would like that his legacy is just us occasionally quoting him on a women's football podcast?
Do you know where his ashes are?
Oh, you've told me this. Bruce Forsyth's ashes are... You've told me it. Is it at the menstruation station in Tom Allen's
The menstruation station at Tom Allen's house.
Oh, Charlie's put her hand up.
Charlie's put her hand up.
Yes, you at the back.
Is it under the stage at the Palladium?
It is under the stage at the Palladium.
Oh, yeah, I did remember that.
Good gig.
Right. Have you said the Liverpool score?
Yes, I have.
Yes. West Ham 1, Leicester City 1.
Everton 1, Manchester City 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Suze, we might as well start with it because
You better unzip your bag because there's a bit to unpack. Do we like it? No?
I didn't love it, but we'll go with it. I'll take it.
It's better than Wolf from Duh.
Wolf from Door. Arsenal v Chelsea was the game on everyone's mind this weekend. Basically, it was the big game because Chelsea wanted to continue their winning streak. Arsenal wanted to win anybody would like a win over Chelsea to stop their dreams of going for a consecutive title win. It's fair to say they brought their A game and they brought the fans, of which there are many, as I've said over and over again. But genuinely, absolutely fantastic to see such a packed out Emirates Stadium for this game. 56,000 in attendance. Massive. I was hosting the gig at Union Chapel that evening, so I was floating around Islington area in the afternoon, and it was just full of women's football fans. Pretty much all Gooners. Great to see lots of people celebrating the growth of the women's game. There's lots of discussion though with this game about the refereeing decisions. Pretty rogue. Renee Sleggers gave her best sort of, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed look at the ref at the end. I don't know if you saw that when she shook hands at the end of the match. We've had a lot of match reports for this one. Thank you to everybody who's written in. Lots of people saying it's the first women's game they've gone to, having recently got into football, which is great.
Welcome.
Definitely started with a corker. It's worth saying as well that this was also a big game on Chelsea's side. Millie Bright, the Chelsea captain, it was her 210th WSL appearance.
Incredible.
Meaning, Suze, she's equalled the record of the most WSL appearances. Any guesses who she's equalled it with?
I think I know. It's Jordan Nobbs.
Yes, of course, it was Jordan Nobbs. So massive congratulations to Millie Bright reaching that monumental milestone. No doubt she's set to overtake Jordan pretty soon, I'd imagine.
I'd imagine next week.
Well, you can never be. Anything can happen in the WSL, Suze. Anything can happen. That does make it sound like I'm sort of anticipating a horrific injury for Millie, and actually, I wish her nothing but a long and stellar career.
Okay, shall I get on?
Yes, please.
Dear Pacey, Goosey and producer Charlie, I'm Leah, a first-time match reporter, and am very much a Pacey. After many years of half-heartedly watching England's men lose tournaments, I was swept up in the Euros fever. After watching the victory parade on TV, I am now a firm women's football fan.
Welcome, Leah.
Welcome, Leah. I caught up on all the episodes of Big Energy to learn about the WSL players. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's such a backlog as well.
Yeah, appreciate that.
2023, well done, Leah. Fair play.
Yeah, 10 points. You've got 3 points for that. I settled on supporting Arsenal.
Original.
Being from Leeds.
Sorry.
Fun fact, I went to the same school as Maisie.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh. How old is she, do we know?
No, she hasn't said. There weren't as many options. There is zero chance of me ever supporting Man United. Vibes FC seemed like the best choice as my favourite England players are Williamson and Russo. I was inspired to join a team at uni this year and hope to play in a match.
Oh, she's at uni. Yeah, I won't know her. And she won't know Wet Leg or Heim, so that's it.
No idea.
I'm back to being the elderly lady.
Yeah, Mum, can I get through this?
Wow.
And I hope to play a match in the intercollegiate, love that word, league soon. Today I attended my first ever football match with some friends from the team. Our excitement was brewing as we took the train from Cambridge to London. The vibes outside the stadium were electric.
She's at uni in Cambridge. She's clever.
Oh,
We've got another highbrow listener, Suze.
Oh my God. Not a highbrow.
Shout out to our BTEC listeners as well. We love you as well.
Anyone that's doing an AS level in contemporary dance, you my people. You my person. But luckily, despite narrowly missing kickoff, we were in time to see Alyssa Thompson's goal. Things didn't seem to be looking that good for Arsenal, going 1-0 down after 7 minutes, but that didn't spoil the atmosphere at the Emirates. The second half brought celebration and heartbreak in quick succession. I was ready with the Stina Blackstenius chance, but it sadly was ruled offside. However, we did not give up, and eventually Alessia Russo scored. To witness this in person, even from the back row of the stadium, was amazing.
Aww.
Another offside goal from Frida Manum was very frustrating, but holding on to a draw seemed like a fair result for the match and gave us a much-needed point for the table. The atmosphere of the match was unlike anything I've experienced. I felt a huge sense of community and belonging throughout. The only thing I didn't appreciate was the price of sausage rolls at the interval, which, being from Yorkshire, I did not buy.
She can't even bring herself to tell us how much it was. She's still in shock.
I loved the feeling of 56,000 people in the stadium being invested in the same thing and cheering the players on together. I want to thank you for making Big Kick Energy and teaching me everything I need to know about football through your pop culture and theatre-based references, and making me realise how lovely and welcoming the women's game is. While the match ended in a draw, I think the real winner is feminism. Leah.
Yes, Leah. Oh, Leah, what a match report. I mean, that's the kind of match report that, I wouldn't expect anything less from a former St Aidan's Church of England High School alumni to be sending in. Thank you very much for such a brilliant match report. How lovely is that, Suze? We've, got somebody into the women's game from the get-go.
It's very exciting.
Catching up. That's amazing. I want to have a chat with Leah and say, is Miss Wadham still teaching PE? Amelie was also there. We've got a match report from Amelie, who has sent us this. Happy London Derby weekend to Suze, Maze and the one that slays. Charlie!
Yeah, love it. Love that for Charlie.
Charlie, are you Amelie? Have you said this? I've had the pleasure of a back-to-back high-emotion football weekend watching Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates on Saturday and Southampton versus Charlton in the WSL 2 on Sunday. Go on, Amelie. Before any match even begun, my spirits were lifted by both a young boy and his granddad on the train platform with Arsenal gear on, and a gaggle of schoolchildren also on their way to the stadium with a very stressed-sounding teacher/coach. Oh, can you imagine that, especially if there was all them problems getting to the stadium. It will never get old to see young and old, long-time and new supporters alike at nearby train stations, bus stops or pubs on their way to a women's game. This literally sounds like a John Lewis advert. This is so wholesome.
Yeah, I love it.
After meeting up with my granddad... Oh my God, it gets more wholesome, Amelie! After meeting up with my granddad and making it to our club-level seats, clang... A rendition of The Last Post was played for Remembrance Weekend, followed by an impeccably observed minute of silence. It was incredibly moving and impactful to see the packed-out stadium take a moment of reflection amongst all the lively chaos of a busy London match day, quite unlike anything I've experienced before. Chelsea came out all guns blazing, with Alyssa Thompson scoring an excellent goal in only the 9th minute. Yeah. Such a good goal. We're going to have to unpack that in a second. Plenty of squeaky bum time later. The half-time whistle blew and we headed off to gander at the high-end food and merch options. Whilst making our way back out with drinks, we heard the dreaded sound of cheering. How dare they score before we were back in our seats? Luckily for us, Stina Blackstenius' rocket launcher shot was ruled out by a handball, and Arsenal continued their determined fight for a goal. But it wasn't. Anyway, we'll get to it. As the match was drawing to a close, I could feel Arsenal on their way to equalising, and suddenly a beautiful run and strike from Russo sent the ball into the back of the net and the crowd into an eruption of cheers. With a final offside goal from Marnham, the match ended at a respectable 1-1. But the good vibes did not stop there. As we walked towards the exit, the sound of a trumpet lured us in, and we were greeted by the sound of a 4-person dancing brass band. The energy of fans dancing and singing along was honestly indescribable, and the cherry on top was their final song choice of Pink Pony Club by Chapel Rowan. They knew their audience. God, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, it really does.
It never fails to pop off at a football game, Pink Pony Club. Leaving the stadium, my granddad, who has Parkinson's and struggles with mobility in busy places, turned to me with an emotional face and said he'd had the most brilliant day. Oh, God, I'm going here. And
this is a John Lewis ad.
It is, bloody heck. And the joy and energy of the match, music and people was beyond special to him. Sorry, I am due on, but this is lovely.
You want to get round Tom Allen's?
Suze, we're having a moment here.
Sorry.
Needless to say, that broke me immediately, and as we shuffled back to the car, tears streamed down my face. I'm so grateful that my foray into football has allowed me to spend these moments with him and show my gratitude. Sorry, I'm so emotional. A quick shout out to all the staff and other attendees at the stadium who made the experience stress-free despite us not pre-requesting any accessibility assistance. That's what it's all about, innit?
Yeah,
like,
and
just
like
little moves can make a big difference.
Yeah, and good on the staff at the Emirates.
Yeah. My first time at the Emirates did not disappoint. A free matchday programme to check who trained at Erdang, etc. Even my lifelong Chelsea men's supporting granddad started chanting for Arsenal. An impressive feat of persuasion. Sunday, I made my way to the Valley in Charlton to see my second match of the weekend. In particular, I was watching out for the excellent Southampton midfielder Mary Bashford, aka my friend from secondary school. Oh my God, this episode's like a high school reunion. An ex-Charlton player returning to familiar territory to face her former team. After a big pitchside hug, it was interesting to hear from Mary and her family that it was in fact difficult to play against her former team, even down to forgetting her team's shirt colour for a split second. Overall, a 10 out of 10 football-filled weekend, especially fulfilling when shared with the people that you love. The consistent presence and inclusivity of women's football has helped me through a multitude of changes and tough times since I first started following it 3 and a bit years ago, and it always brings me feelings of hope and calm, especially your podcast. Can't wait to catch you at the Big Kick Energy Christmas live show. Hey! And more chances to celebrate the growth of the women's game in the future. Amelie, what a brilliant message. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm cutting onions here. Thank you for sharing the absolute unbridled joy of that weekend. It sounds so special.
Yeah. I mean, Grandad sounds wonderful.
Your Grandad sounds great. Yeah, I mean, such a special weekend for those reasons, but also what a game, Suze. Where do we even begin?
Well, I think we begin with the non-handball.
The handball that definitely didn't touch any hands and instead just hit Stina Blackstenius's abdomen, and then she volleyed it in an incredibly iconic way, burying it into the back of the net in an entirely legal fashion. That one.
Yeah, that one. So let's talk about this, Maze. I think we spoke about this a while back on the podcast. But tell me, what's your vibes of VAR?
Well, it was really interesting. I was watching the women's football show.
Yes, I watched that as well.
Late last night. Great to see Flo Lloyd-Hughes from Counter Press. Great to see her on there. And they were having a discussion there about it, and she was kind of giving the other side of it, which is that she'd been speaking to fans about it, and a lot of fans saying that VAR can ruin the excitement of when you've scored a goal. But I kind of think, but the benefits of having VAR would massively outweigh that, in that you'd actually get the wrongly disallowed goals, correct, and we wouldn't end up with a game as massive as Arsenal and Chelsea, where, as a neutral, if we can call ourselves that, Suze, it would have been more interesting for Arsenal to win this in terms of a neutral observing the title race. And they did deserve more out of this game, and we ended up getting a game where a offside goal was given and a not handball was given a handball. So I'm for VAR in this. I do think it was interesting to listen on the women's football show as well as to reasons why that isn't just as simple as, because I hadn't really properly understood that not every stadium has the sort of ability to facilitate
the tech.
VAR, the tech, and also the costing. Apparently it's dead expensive, so they'll have to crank up the prices of their sausage rolls even more if we're going to get VAR.
Oh, we can't be having that.
It's really rubbish, because I do think Arsenal, and you know me, I give Arsenal a good ribbon most weeks, but I do think they deserved more from this. Chelsea were very, very lucky. I mean, Chelsea were also very relentless. They were great in this game, but they were lucky that VAR fell on their side for this one. But then you could say that it went against them later on, but it should have gone against Arsenal later on. I would very much welcome VAR personally. I really felt for Arsenal. I think Renee Sleggers had worked Chelsea out really, really well. Arsenal played exceptionally. They were really, really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
That's how I felt watching it. I thought that, I mean, obviously Chelsea are often undeniable and they are just a brilliant team. But as you say, I think that Renee Slegg has worked out how to beat them.
Yeah.
And I think it's a real shame because, and we want that dynamism at the top of the table. We want it to feel like anything could happen. We want it to feel exciting. And I guess,
it's tricky, isn't it? Because a lot of people were saying, to be fair to the ref, with where she was stood, Stina Blackstenius, she sort of did it was quite Bob Fosse-like, actually, Suze, wasn't it? She sort of threw both arms back in a very dramatic fashion as she took it to the abdomen, which meant that her hands obscured the ball. So the ref from her angle might have thought, oh, was that a handball? The thing is, though, no Chelsea player at all in the box put their hand up, protested, went, hang on, handball, which it only usually has to even grace anything near an elbow for people to start giving it large about handball. The fact that you've got these huge competitive world-class Chelsea players in a really, really important match not going handball, not one of them going handball, none of the Arsenal people turning to check when Stina celebrates. Everybody is like all on the same page that is an Arsenal goal. And the ref
in that scenario, would a linesperson's opinion be like, or is it just that's it?
It's just the ref. No, the linesperson is just running the line. They're just in charge of offside. So and
there's nothing that
the sidelines.
There's nothing that can be done after obviously after the game. It's not like they can give someone a point again, but it does feel...
I heard people talking about something called VAR Lite, which I think is like the Diet Pepsi of VAR, but I don't know what that is. There must be something they can look at. There must be some sort of watch again quick thing. Even
surely someone can have it on YouTube.
Do you know what I mean? There is genuinely, though, we laugh. Like, anybody who is watching that on a streaming service can go back and watch it. You see the coaches at the sidelines usually able to watch it a little bit on an iPad. It's bonkers. So a really, really frustrating game for Arsenal.
Can I just say as well, when I saw Alessia Russo being interviewed afterwards, I thought it showed such a great strength of character and sportsmanship in that how she said, I don't agree with what the ref did, but I do accept that it's a really difficult job. And I thought, God, that's really classy.
Really,
because
really
it really
classy.
like that. I'm sure that ref got home, looked back at it, and realised that she'd made a pretty big error.
Was that the interview like with the board behind her?
Yes.
That interview. Right, because she was interviewed a bit prior on the pitch where I think she was still a bit more pumped full of adrenaline.
Oh, okay.
But still, no, for Russo, I think pumped full of adrenaline is still quite diplomatic and calm.
Right.
But it was the most pumped up and feisty I've seen her. She was clearly, the word she kept using was frustrated. I'm really frustrated. And we deserved more. And then I think by the time she went and did the one you're talking about, she had... I don't want to say calm down because it makes her sound hysterical. I hate that language.
Yes.
Also, when people tell you to calm down and it immediately makes you 10 times more psycho.
Yeah, of course.
But you imagine me if I ever did it. Can you just calm down before your interview? I'd be there going, is she having a laugh?
Yeah.
Taking
your earrings out.
Yeah, absolutely. Come here now. Come on. You, me, outside. But she was still very, very diplomatic about it.
Which I thought showed great strength of of character
really
and also a real maturity.
Yes,
as one of our lionesses and one of the lead stars at Arsenal, for want of a better word.
So frustrating for Arsenal, sure. Very frustrating for Manchester United, who finally fell to defeat against Aston Villa of all teams.
Who must have been delighted.
Whew. Absolutely incredible shift from Aston Villa. An absolute corker of a goal from Miri Taylor.
Yes, it really was.
I mean, Man United, who've been on this incredible streak, they're up there in the top of the table, also trying to compete alongside the likes of Chelsea and City. They've enjoyed some fantastic games. We've spoken before about the link-up play between Toon and Park, sparking absolute magic. Where was it this weekend?
I don't know. They I guess eventually something's got to give, and it seems that it was Aston Villa.
I guess after you've had a good run, though, of gigs, you've got to have a shocker. You know, we've had a few match reports from your one in Kendal, and we know. We know.
You swine. I had a lovely time in Kendal. I am wearing the Kendal City football shirt. Kendal Town.
You are. Oh my God, you are as well. How have I only just seen this? Did you get given a shirt at your Kendal show?
Yeah, shout out to Holly. Thanks very much for my shirt.
An audience member?
Yeah, people bring me shirts.
Do you know how long I've loved football and shirt collecting and all of this, and then I bring my mate in for a fun little podcast, and you're the one that gets all the free shirts now.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, it's really nice as well. I can't. Yeah, it's even really be nice,
mad. And I'm really working it, I guess.
Is that what we call a marble effect going on there?
Yeah, we could call it that. Could be trees.
A sort of marbled chest. You want to get that checked?
I sent you that text in confidence. Right, let's move on to London City Lionesses.
Speaking of hairy beasts, the London City Lionesses versus Tottenham Hotspur. This was a feisty game, Suze, wasn't it? Goal
This one
central.
was very exciting. So it was 2 goals for the 20-year-old Freya Godfrey, who was on loan at London City Lionesses last season from Arsenal, then made a permanent move over the summer. Now, she's currently in the under-23s Lioness squad, so I think we can expect to see a little bit more from her very soon, going into the senior squad. Obviously, we've got some big tournaments coming up. And, of course, we need to mention Nikita Paris, friend of the show, personal friend of mine. She did add me on Facebook. Not Facebook, Instagram. All right, Nana.
There's no way Nikita Paris is still using Facebook.
She added me on MySpace.
I was going to say, if you've been added by Nikita Paris on Facebook, Susie, I'm really sorry, but you've been scammed.
She said she just needed £200 to get to a match. Is that? Oh, no. No, it was Nikita Paris' 200th appearance in the WSL. And she even got herself a goal to celebrate.
I'm absolutely here for this trend of of players scoring goals on big occasions for them. With Lucy Bronze's birthday goal, Nikita Paris commemorating her 200th appearance. It's surely got to be a matter of time until we get like a sort of marriage goal. Or
well, Chloe Kelly did wear her marriage shin pads.
Oh yeah, that's right. Euros. Shin pads. I heard that Guro Reiten was not in the Chelsea squad this weekend because her partner was preparing to give birth. So let's all have eyes on Guro Reiten next time she steps foot on the pitch. I think we might see a pregnancy celebration.
Mama Reiten.
Right, okay. Anyway, an absolute goal fest, London City Lionesses and Spurs. Spurs looked really promising throughout it. This was a great match. I loved this match because it was watching two teams absolutely flat out refusing to give up, and two teams who have gone from kind of being shaky to really good to shaky to actually really good again. It was a real thriller to watch. Really,
it was,
really good.
And they felt very evenly matched, didn't they?
Yeah. I feel like they could have played another 100 minutes and it would have just kept continuing in the same fashion.
I think you're absolutely right. I also thought it was great to see Martin Ho on the women's football show. He is so measured and such a brilliant head coach at that team. That's the Tottenham Hotspur coach. He's just absolutely the Tottenham Hotspur manager. He's just absolutely brilliant. And I loved how he spoke about, how you have to own the sort of the losers as well as the wins, because the host had said to him, "Oh, I wondered whether you were going to cancel today," and he said, "Oh no, you got to turn up if you win or you lose." And I thought that's great. And then he could still find lots of really positive things, obviously, to say about the team. I think he's doing really wonderful things at Spurs. For the game. Yeah. And I think it's really exciting for them. You've got to remember, he's only been there for a few months. Yeah. So, what they'll be like at the end of this season or indeed the beginning of next. It's an exciting time. It's really exciting.
It's really exciting. And then also the idea of an actual North London derby where either could win is also really,
well, that's
exciting.
Next week, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Very exciting. Shall we move on to the Seagulls?
Yes, the Seagulls against the...
Here we go. Go on. Let's hear this.
The Beatles.
Well, on that note, are we gonna go down the Liverpool road? Is that what we're doing? Liverpool had their first point of the season. Surprise, surprise! No, it had been a hard day's night for Liverpool. They needed some help.
Very good. And I think by the end of the match, some of them did feel 64 because it was a toughie.
Okay.
I am the Eggman. I am the walrus. Can't get it in. Anyway, cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
I think we've probably run that.
I think we've nailed that.
I reckon. Yeah.
I think God. I can't work out whether Charlie's. I think she's holding her head in her hands with joy. I think that's what that was it?
I think she's left. No, they were absolutely right, Suze. Liverpool got their first point of the season, finally. It's been a long time coming for them. It's been a long, long slog of this so far in the season, but they got a point. It was so nearly 3, but the Seagulls got a goal, and a draw was the final result in extra time. We got this match report in from Soph and Matt, who say, "Hi, Pacey, Goosey, and daughter producer." That's absolutely a contender for favourite intro. A fellow Seagulls fan here, currently living in Liverpool. On Sunday, my boyfriend from Leeds, and I took the short. You've got good taste. And I took the short drive over to St Helens Stadium to watch Brighton take on Liverpool. Brighton arrived knowing the challenge ahead. Liverpool were desperate to earn their first points of the season, while we were determined to keep showing progress. We started well, creating a few good chances early on. Carla Camacho coming closest with her header from a clever through ball smashed off the post. I don't think I've ever seen the woodwork hit so many times by both sides in one match. Liverpool took the lead in the 26th minute when Beta Olsen finished neatly after creating the move herself. The Seagulls came out fighting and squawking. She hasn't said that. She just put fighting, but we're at it.
And I just squawked. That's just how in sync Maisie and I are.
Oh, don't say in sync, you'll come on as well. The Seagulls came out after fighting after the break, full of energy and determination, pushing hard for an equaliser. That persistence finally paid off deep into stoppage time when Rosa Kafaji calmly slotted home in the 90-plus 3rd minute. It felt like a huge moment and a well-earned reward for our resilience. Both keepers deserve a shout-out with some top-class saves keeping their teams in the game. It was brilliant seeing Lioness and Euros winner Fran Kirby in action for the Seagulls, but it was also great to hear our Brighton chants away from home, cheering on the girls on the pitch in great voice from our travelling fans. Around the totally wicked stadium, Liverpool showed real commitment to supporting their women's side, with season ticket and match day advertisements, a fan zone in the concourse where both sets of supporters mixed happily, and even a proper merchandise stand.
Yes!
Well done, Liverpool! It was great to see that kind of atmosphere and backing for the women's game. All in all, a lively match packed with action from both sides and a fantastic day out supporting the growth of the women's game with a hot chocolate in hand to keep warm. Very sensible, Soph and Matt. Seagulls! Love the pod, Soph and Matt.
Thank you so much, Soph and Matt, for that brilliant match report. Great to to hear that so many Seagulls fans are travelling to the away games as well. And I was quite relieved by that late goal, let me tell you.
It was, yeah.
Shall we now move on to West Ham versus Leicester? Now,
the toasty special.
Ham and Leicester cheese.
Ham and Red Leicester! Come on, it's good fun!
Is Maisie Simmons available every week?
No one's joining in on the Zoom call. Charlie's looking at her watch.
West Ham have had their first point, but it was heartbreak for them as Leicester got an equaler in basically the last minute of the game.
An equaliser. Could be an equaliser.
What did I say?
Equaler. But sure, let's all judge my really good toasty joke.
So now let's move on to West Ham versus Leicester. West Ham have had the...
Want chutney with that?
West Ham have had their first point, but it was heartbreak for them as Leicester got an equaliser in basically the last minute of the game. Weird how similar the results of this game were to the Liverpool-Brighton game. And we've had this match report in from West Ham fan Olivia. Dear producer Charlie, Pacey and Mother Goosey.
I'm not sure I like that.
Absolutely love it. Can't get enough. Nom, nom, nom.
No.
Today I went to the West Ham and Leicester match in support of the ever-improving West Ham. I've been disappointed with West Ham's results so far, genuinely believing at the end of last season a mid-table finish was possible. With low expectations, salty chips and a Coke Zero, shout out to Twerk and Jerk.
The holy trinity of which we all live our lives.
Twerk and Jerk, the best named stadium food stand I've come across, and took my seat.
Twerk and Jerk.
Yeah. Having been at the Emirates the day before, I was hoping for a relatively docile day, free of refereeing hijinks and general hostility that rightly permeated North London. And frankly, having been to Chigwell Construction Stadium for many years, I was expecting it to be a much quieter afternoon.
Is that the name of the stadium? Chigwell Construction Stadium?
Yeah.
It's hardly screaming, welcome, women, is it?
No, it's... Listen... I'm sure that Chigwell Construction have some women in high vis. The game was back and forth, both teams failing to make the most of their chances, and a lot of loose balls at the beginning. That makes it sound like...
You never want those. You never want those.
That makes it sound like they'd fallen out of a bag, like on the side of the pitch. But what stood out more than anything were the fans. I think it gets taken for granted sometimes, the support the Big Four have and how engaged and vocal some of the fan bases are. But having seen the same West Ham Leicester fixture last year, it felt like night and day. Players warming up on the sidelines had their stand chanting their name, especially Pavy, who got a few shout-outs as Pocket Rocket Pavy. There were multiple sing-alongs for Forever Blowing Bubbles, and everyone got involved in shouting, "Come on, you Irons!" There was even...
Do you like that song, Suze? It feels very you. I'm forever blowing bubbles.
I don't understand why it's linked to West Ham.
It's always been played there, really, hasn't it? It's quite an interesting one. I don't know who originally sang it. It's old school, though, but it does
It's very old school. There was even a new-to-me rendition of Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Chiroo, West Ham women in claret and blue, that gave the stand a chuckle. This was an improvement on the usual chant that gets at West Ham fans laughing, "You're nothing special, we lose every week."
That's a low blow, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is savage. You're nothing special, we lose every... That's savage.
Really savage.
That's sort of... It's so sassy. It's more at home on Drag Race, that, than the football ground.
Slay.
Yeah.
It wasn't
just trying to snap your fingers in foam fingers.
It wasn't just songs and chants that were ringing out. A few minutes in, the Arsenal-Chelsea game was referenced, with a particularly annoyed Hammers fan loudly asking the ref if she was the same one who was at the Arsenal-Chelsea game yesterday. Referee Kirsty Dowell sensibly declined to reply.
Yeah, fair enough.
An underrated pleasure of a smaller stadium is hearing not only other fans but also managers, with Rhianne Skinner giving instructions to players in our half. We, the fans, repeated her instructions loudly to the players when they were too far away to hear. In a long-range verbal pass the parcel.
Oh my God. That is so cool.
Which I hope contributed to West Ham's first point of the season. Yes. On contrary, when Leicester players didn't heed the instructions of manager Rick Passmore, Hammers fans supportively shouted that the players should have listened to their manager, and then maybe they would have scored a goal too. Oh my God,
is that not the most women's
brutal
football thing ever?
It is brutal. Well, you should have listened. You should have listened, actually.
When we talk about like the stuff that's put people off men's football because of what you hear in the stadiums, and then people go, well, what sort of stuff do you hear in the women's? It's just loads of fans go, you should have listened to your manager, actually. That's what happens when you don't listen, okay?
Listen, turn your ears on. The joy of seeing West Ham's first WSL win this season was taken away by a heartbreaking 96th minute equaliser from Leicester. But it's still positive to get the first point of the season for a team that deserves a lot more. Standouts were Shakira Martinez, who is so consistently impressive that you always feel excited when she's on the ball, and Anouk Denton, who was so solid at the back. Long may West Ham continue to improve, and long may the women's game for all clubs continue to grow.
Thank you for that letter, Olivia. Not thank you for the nickname of Mother Goose. I'm a young, trendy 31-year-old.
Kaz, you are actually going on Strictly.
I know, I can't believe it.
I do feel like I'm going to miss you a little bit.
Well, I'm still going to be doing the pod. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I just might be a little bit more tired.
What I'm thinking is, whilst you're away, I'll get some guests on. I'll hold down the fort. You could dial in on here and we could do a bit of like a Strictly diary.
Okay.
Up for it?
Yeah, let's do it. Will you be cheering me on though?
Well,
Wait, what?
it's going to be close with Vicky Patterson, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Danny Dyer, and you. Kaz, the only thing that I'm worried about is, am I going to need to fill like 1 week or 12 weeks? What do you think?
Probably only 1 week, Jill. You'll only have one guest.
Well, I've actually lined up 12 great guests because that is how much I believe in you. Okay, so I don't want to see you for a while unless it's on this screen.
Jill, how can everyone follow us?
Well, I'm going to bring in our favourite Lioness legend, Lauren Hem, to tell you just how to do that.
Search for Long Story Short on your favourite podcast app.
Yeah! Yay!
That was really good, guys.
Thanks, Empo. Take one.
Right, do the next one, Mum.
I want to talk about Everton versus Man City now,
Yes.
Suze, because this was the big one for City. Thanks to this game's result, City are now top of the table, 1 point ahead of Chelsea. It was all down to Viv Miedemar's 90th ever WSL goal. It was a very cool goal from Miedemar, wasn't
She's
it?
so cool.
It was. Do you know what I mean? She just looks so laissez-faire, I believe is the word, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that the word?
Yes, I think so. Just very chilled on the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you chilled on the ball when you play?
I'm very comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
Amazing goal from Everton's Kelly Gaga, ooh la la, Gago, to equalise. This match also saw Lauren Hemp and Rebecca Nark return to the pitch following some time out injured. Always great to see Hempo back fit. Rebecca Nark as well, a great return to the pitch. Huge for Man City, Suze. Could this be? Is the title race back on?
Oh, I mean, it's exciting, isn't it? It's. Do you think Chelsea is
time,
shook?
Man City, didn't they? They took their time, kind of. They dipped down and then they've dipped back again,
Causing an upset.
This is really, really, really exciting. Viv Miedemar just going from strength to strength, and City very, very happy. I think under the new management, it's working out for them very, very well. I think.
Yes, it is indeed.
Now we've spoken about Viv Miedemar there, Suze. We're going to have to ask, what is Suzi's goal of the week? Jingle, please.
Susie's goal of the week.
I swear on my life, it is different every single week.
Of course it is. Maybe we should make a jingle. Is
You'd
there
think that would
anyone?
have been on our
If
minds,
if anyone's listening that can do that sort of thing, if you would like to make me a jingle for Susie's goal of the week, honestly, nothing would thrill me more. Please get in touch.
What kind of vibe would you like? I think that's a very open net to cast.
I don't
out,
mind.
Suze.
I don't mind. Whatever you think.
I think we do mind. I think it should be. You're a big fan of those Pitch Perfect films.
Yeah, but I don't think I can get the Barden Bells.
But what if you could get some sort of
I
a
saw
cappella?
the sign, and it was goal of the week. I saw the sign.
I don't hate that one.
Okay. Shall I give you my goal of the week?
Yes, please.
I mean, there was lots to enjoy. There's obviously a number of goals. I think the Kelly Gago goal was absolutely brilliant. As you say, Viv Miedemar was brilliant. I mean, the goal...
Thompson.
Alyssa Thompson was very, very good. I thought Stina Blackstenius's was excellent.
Yes, and very valid.
And very valid, very legal in the on the pitch. But I am going to say, for me, it's going to be London City Lionesses' Freya Godfrey's second goal.
God, that was good.
How she curled that in, I don't understand the physics of it, but
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
Proper bend it like Beckham, that wasn't it?
It really
Very, very
was.
cool.
So shout out to Freya Godfrey, who again I've realised I could be the mother of.
Yeah, an absolute 10 from us, wasn't it? That?
It really
Which
was.
brings
It was
us
a
in.
10.
Thank you, producer Charlie. You're loving that segue. Speaking of 10s, ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Kaz Carney. She got another 10.
She did.
She's so good.
She's so good.
Halfway point now, Susan Strictly.
Yes.
Halfway point.
I think she's going to win it.
Oh no! Well, I'd love her to win it. She's
very excited for her.
she's doing really, really well. But this was a hard one. This one she did. probably the most Suzi Ruffell dance I've seen so far. The Charleston. You love the Charleston, Suze.
I do love the Charleston, yeah.
I've
I love
sometimes
the flicky
watched
heels.
the Charleston and go, it's like watching Suze rehearsing in her house. I think you do.
For the podcast.
You've got the vibe of somebody who does a Charleston before they leave the house.
Well, not every time. I'm obviously often running late. England World Cup qualifiers draw. The draw for the World Cup qualifiers has happened, and England are in Group A3, which I've got to say is my favourite size of paper. With Iceland,
Dear
Ukraine.
Lord. It's like doing a podcast with Partridge.
My favourite footballer, I would have to say all of the footballers. With Iceland, Ukraine, and our old favourite, Spain.
Like, just once, I'd like to be in a group where we don't encounter Spain.
I just don't want to have to say, oh, look, there's Bon Mati.
Do you know what I mean? I just, how lovely would that group be as well, otherwise? Iceland, Ukraine, we're rocking up to those. No disrespect to them, but comfortable in ourselves.
Sure.
Spain, you know when an ex just won't leave you alone? You know when they keep sort of piping up in different areas of your life, just chucking you a like here and there. Leave me alone. We're done. I left you.
Do you want to talk about this off camera?
Spain,
We've beaten before.
Just go away, Spain. Just go away. Just go and do something else. Like, just go and...
Maisie's not interested in any more Spain. Stop
I've
liking her
moved on.
posts.
Yeah, I've moved on. I'm thriving. I'm 31, flirty and thriving.
Why are you eating chorizo and drinking sangria?
I just want them back.
I mean, we had some really sad news, some more sad news this week in women's football, in that the upcoming young Arsenal star, Katie Reid, who has recently made her... She was recently in the Lioness squad, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in England camp.
She sustained an ACL in training.
Oh, it's
which must
really
be
gutting.
even more gutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put a very... did you see her Instagram post?
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking.
So sad.
Fingers crossed she'll be, back on her feet this time next year.
Have all of the gunners behind her.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of experience, haven't they, in dealing with ACLs?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that will be helpful.
Yeah, and the fans will do what they do best and bring the vibes for the moment she steps back on the pitch. And I'm sure she'll then go from strength to strength. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, Sue, speaking of people who go from strength to strength, we've been nominated for an award.
Oh, us, an award? Gosh,
yeah.
Wow.
You may have seen the Grammys were announced this week, and...
And my goal of the week jingle has been nominated.
It's up for Best Contemporary Tune. I think that's an award. Yeah, you're up with Sabrina Carpenter and
and
Bruno
those
Mars
people
and
that
whatnot.
Maisie Simon said that we hadn't heard of.
No, we have been nominated at the Football Supporters Association Awards in the Women's Football Media of the Year award category, which is honestly such a full circle moment because I actually got a B in media studies. So to be even nominated in this category is truly astounding. Listen, I know we're joking. It is genuinely a strong category, Suze.
Yeah,
we are
really
up
is.
against some big contenders. The excellent girls on the ball, counter-pressed, amongst others. They're all in the same category. But, Big Kick Energy listeners, you know what we're going to say. It's a public vote.
Please
so
vote for
if
us.
you've enjoyed
Vote for
Big
us.
Kick, please
Please vote for us.
Please.
Please!
It's you can. It's a public vote. So if you've enjoyed us this year or any year since 2023, maybe you're like Leah and you've absolutely binged us since the start in quick succession. Just drop us a vote. It'll take 2 seconds of your time, but it's so appreciated and it really helps us continue to keep making this sort of highbrow content that is being delivered live and direct into your ears right now.
Right this moment.
The link is in our Instagram bio. We'll also stick it in the show notes. So scroll down to that whilst you're listening to us. If we win, producer Charlie has to go and get the award up on stage, and she'll hate that. So it's just, if that's not an incentive, I don't know
It's
what
win-win.
will be. Anything else, Suze?
Can I do a little shout out? I am Alice, that's my wife, and I are doing the Big City Sleep Out, which is us sleeping with a group of other people on
What?
the pier.
Oh, right. But this is the sleep out that you've done before, right?
Yes, did it last year. We are sleeping out on the pier on the 1st of December, and we do it. Yes, so Alice does a lot of stuff with a brilliant charity called the Clock Tower Sanctuary. They're absolutely brilliant, and they've got a drop-in centre for young people experiencing homelessness in Brighton. You can go and wash your clothes, you can get some hot food, you can take food away with you as well, you can charge your phone, you can apply for jobs, you can get support in many areas of your life, support with more sort of stable or safe accommodation, and they just do brilliant work, and they rely 100% on donations. So the big sleep out
where can we donate, Suze?
So it's in my Insta. You can sponsor me and Alice if you've enjoyed the podcast and you've listened to all of the episodes. If you chuck us a few quid, if you're someone with loads of money, chuck us more than a few quid. If you can afford it, I appreciate it is it's a tricky time for lots of people. So if you can't, I totally understand. But if you can chuck us a £5 or a £10, that would be amazing. Just to and put BKE in the notes so I can know that it's come from a big Kennedy supporter. So that'd be amazing. So it's it'll be a very, very cold night, but I mean, let's be honest, we're going to do it once to raise awareness, and there are people that are. The homeless rates at the moment are absolutely through the roof.
Yeah, and especially in Brighton.
Yes, it really is. It's shocking. So,
good luck for that, mate. That's going to be absolutely. I mean, so incredible of you to be doing it, but on the pier at night in December. Geez.
It's going to be absolutely freezing for
trying to huddle up in the ghost train. That would be my advice.
But you know what a scaredy cat I am. I couldn't go in there.
Yeah, that's true. Do donate to Suzi's fundraising for the Clock Tower Sanctuary. Brilliant charity. No amount too small. I, for one, will be chucking you the price of a bottle of shampoo. So you are welcome in advance.
I thought you were going to say champagne then, and then I remembered it was you. Right, we've got loads of stuff coming up in the next few weeks. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel to be the first to hear about what we are up to.
Subscribe!
If you haven't already, please check out our bonus episode with Maisie Simons. It's a really fun interview, and I do an absolutely brilliant impression of a bird.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Keep in touch by emailing us at bigkickpod@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram at bigkickenergypod. Okay, Maisie, you can go to your pub quiz now.
All right, see ya. Love you. Bye.
See you. Love you. Bye.